Looking to travel during this period of COVID-19? Do so with tripBuddy. Travel safe, worry less. tripBuddy is a travel advisory application that provides travel seekers with all the latest pandemic information and travel advisories, in order for them to plan for their travels in a responsible, informed manner. With the resumption of air travel, the dangers of cross-border spreading of the virus remain at large. Thus, the onus is on travelers to exercise social responsibility through sound decision-making and planning. Needing to find out how you will get around town on a business trip, or whether your next travel destination is safe for young children? Look no further than tripBuddy, your go-to platform to help you explore the world responsibly. Now let me guide you through the use of tripBuddy. Accessing our application will first bring you to our login page. For new users, we will begin by creating an account. You will provide your name, nationality, some countries of interest, a verified email address, and a strong password. After submitting the form, your account can be verified by a link sent to the indicated email address, and you're good to go. Once logged in, the user will be directed to our landing page. At the top is the navigation bar, which will be accessible on all pages of our site, where a user can be directed to different pages of his or her choice. The bulk of our landing page contains visualizations that help travelers get a better insight on pandemic-related statistics on a global macro scale. While measures ease up across the globe, it is important to keep track of global developments in COVID-19 cases. Thus, cards are available to provide real-time statistics of the current COVID-19 situation as we aim to tackle this pandemic as a collective. Next up is the GeoMap and Government Response Stringency Index. This geographical heat map provides up-to-date data based on each country's Government Response Stringency Index, a metric that is based on response indicators such as school and workplace closures and travel bans, from a scale of 0 to 100. As we hover over the map, you can see the exact stringency value, which records the strictness of lockdown-style policies. This gives users an insight on the level of strictness of policies in each country, which can be used as a barometer of how one's travel experience will be. To go into further detail, statistics are also provided in the form of a table. A user can also use the search bar to directly search a country by name to get details in an instant. Planning a trip to Australia? Simply do a quick search to check out how strict measures will be like when you get there. You can also sort by all the fields to find out which countries are worst hit by the pandemic. After introducing the stringency index, we create visualizations to enable the user to make sense of the index and to make comparisons with other countries as well. A bubble chart highlighting the relationship between the stringency index and fatality rates provide indication on the effectiveness of government measures. For example, while Singapore and Albania have similar stringency index scores, a higher fatality rate in Albania may imply a less effective strategy. For a clearer picture and comparison, you will also be able to visualize your pinned countries of interest as larger icons. Now let's move on to the other parts of our application. At the About page, users will be provided more information about the origins and details of COVID-19, as well as the inspiration behind our application, tripBuddy. We have also provided more information about our team members, Chi, Ingrong, Jermaine, and Brian. Feel free to reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to help. Moving on, we are now at the Country Indices page, where one can access country-specific information. While the landing page provides more of a macro view of measures across the globe, this page drills down into more details for each country based on 3 indices: the Stringency Index, which we have covered earlier, and 2 other indices: the Government Response Index, indicating variations in government responses, and the Containment and Health Index, an indication of restrictive measures, closures, and healthcare-related action, all on a scale from 1 to 100. These indices are displayed in the form of a radar chart, where you can filter for the country of your choice to view a detailed breakdown of several key indices, which can serve as an effective instrument in deciding if the destination country is advisable for traveling. Health system policies and containment and closure policies are also provided in further detail in the table below whenever available. Notice the cells above the radar chart? Our application is supplemented with an element of personalization by enabling the user to save the countries of their choice. Pinned countries will appear as cells on other pages as well, to enable easy access for the user. Pinning a country is as simple as a click of the Pin a Country button available throughout the app. This is especially useful if you are shortlisting several countries to travel to and want to keep up to date with developments there. At the Personalized Advisory page, we seek to add even more value to the planning process by providing personalized advisories based on certain metrics, comparing countries to other countries in the region, and provide time series data for transporting, which further enables the user to make a value judgment. Selecting a pinned country will load the travel advisory for the user. These advisories are categorized into 3 levels based on a certain metric. Level 1, safe to travel, exercise normal precautions. Level 2, exercise increased caution. And Level 3, not recommended to travel. Following the advisory, a brief comparison of the fatality rates are compared between the selected country and other countries around the region to provide a barometer of the healthcare situation in the country. Lastly, you can view the relationship between stringency index and number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in the past month to effectively monitor for improvements in the situation prior to your travels and even spot potential trends going forward. Similar to our country indices page, you can also save new countries by using the Pin a Country button. That is definitely not all the tripBuddy application has to offer. While previous sections took a more quantitative approach towards the assessment of the COVID-19 situation in various countries, our final feature, the Travel Experience page, takes on a more qualitative approach by enabling you to read and write traveler testimonies based on ratings and descriptions. At tripBuddy, we are trying to build a community to travel safely during this COVID-19 crisis, and leaving a testimony will go a long way in helping a fellow traveler make a responsible travel decision. Creating a post is simple. Fill in relevant details such as the period of travel, fellow traveler demographics, followed by filling up a short feedback survey, and you're done. Through this, fellow users may be able to benefit from your feedback. For each post, you can see the country that the user visited, when they visited, and their purpose of traveling there. Their overall satisfaction is also indicated at the top of the post. For greater interactivity within the community, you can also like posts and leave comments. And for a more detailed review, you can expand a post to get an even more in-depth view on one's experience, such as contact tracing measures and observing of safety measures by the public. On the left sidebar, users have quick access to their pinned countries using the shortcut buttons, where they can filter specific posts about those countries and visualize the distribution of satisfaction ratings among past testimonies. Alternatively, one can use the search bar to manually search for countries as well. With that, we have come to the end of our application video guide. Through these various features, tripBuddy aims to be a one-stop destination for essential travel information for every traveler, to help travelers make informed travel decisions and to aid them in the stressful travel planning process, while doing our part in combating the COVID-19 pandemic. With tripBuddy, we hope that everyone will be able to travel safe and worry less. Thank you.